Tonight, a father is outraged by the sentence a judge handed down to a child sex offender. It's a story you'll see only on 49 News. Crime and safety reporter Jesse Frey is here to explain why the judge is no stranger to controversy.
Well, Marshana, you may remember when Judge Matthew Dowd allowed a man convicted of repeatedly raping and sodomizing a 14-year-old girl to walk free last year. Well, tonight that victim's father is furious about the sentence the same judge gave another sex offender last week.
Dowd sentenced this man, 35-year-old Gustavo Areola Martinez, to 2.5 years in prison for aggravated indecent liberties with a child. According to court documents, Areola Martinez was accused of having sex with a 13-year-old girl. She had his child. Under the state's sentencing guidelines, it was recommended Judge Dowd sentence the man to 5 years in prison. But court documents indicate Judge Dowd sentenced Areola Martinez to just 2.5 years, partially because the offender didn't have a criminal history. Last May, Dowd sentenced Orlando Paul Cisneros, convicted of repeatedly raping and sodomizing a 14-year-old girl, to probation, despite a recommended 13 years in prison. After violating his probation, a different judge did send Cisneros to prison, but the victim's father, Michael Burlison, has been outspoken ever since that first sentence last summer. When Burlison found out about Dowd's latest ruling, he was outraged. He sent us the following statement: "We are forced to sit by and let this inhuman lowlife continue to spread his evil rulings on our community and its citizens." Self-proclaimed victims' rights advocate Claudine Dombrowski is also upset.
I think it's very repulsive, and it's very nauseating that we as a society think this is acceptable, when it simply is not.
Now, Marshana, Dowd did not return my calls for comment today, but both Burlison and Dombrowski have been lobbying legislators to try to reduce the powers that judges had. It looks like Dowd's latest sentence only added fuel to that fire.
Okay, thanks, Jesse. The Cisneros case and others prompted Topeka Representative Joe Patton to take action. Patton and more than a dozen other lawmakers introduced a series of bills to limit a judge's leeway in setting sentences. One of them will be discussed by the House Judiciary Committee Monday afternoon.